All right, so you're thinking about moving to Austin, somewhere in the Austin area. You're not quite sure where to start. And look, right now with high interest rates and high house prices that you're seeing in the headlines, you're trying to find a good deal. But again, you don't know where to start because you're not familiar with Austin. Guys, that's what I'm here for. Chris Peshek, broker associate at Peshek Properties. And this is what I do. I bring you content that you're looking for, and I try to make your move to the Austin area as smooth as humanly possible. So whether you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months, doesn't matter. Give me a call, because with this type of content, you can tell I've got my finger on the pulse and I'm gonna be able to help you out. And I'm getting calls from people like you all the time. So happy to help them out, because again, when you're moving to a different state, a different town, it gets pretty scary. So in this video, what I'm doing is I'm gonna tell you where you can find the absolute best deals. I'm gonna let this truck get by me. Where you can find the absolute best deals, the best bang for your buck in the Austin area. And I'm starting out here in Bastrop, Texas. And guys, what I'm about to show you is a 1,900 square foot house that can be purchased for $280,000. That is less than $150 per square foot. And it's a 4-bedroom house. Here we go, 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2-story. Again, almost 1,900 square feet, listed at $280,000. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the reason I'm looking at new construction homes is because the builders are cutting prices, they're offering incentives, and they're buying down interest rates. So 280 isn't the lowest they're gonna go on something like this. Now, this is a Lennar home. It's an entry-level home, let's be honest, but when you're looking for bang for your buck, that's what we're talking about. But again, you're getting a brand new home, 25 minutes from the Austin airport, 25 minutes from Tesla, 40 minutes from downtown. Anywhere you need to get in Austin is an hour to an hour and 15 max. And again, it's a brand new house. You're gonna get 1 year, basically a bumper to bumper warranty. You're gonna get a 2-year mechanical warranty. You're gonna get a 10-year foundation warranty. What is not to like about a brand new home in Austin? So that's what this series is about. Now, I'm gonna jump in front of my computer. I'm gonna show you this area where you are in relation to Austin. I'm gonna show you the other areas where these houses are. And again, the most expensive price per foot of anything that we are looking at is this one right here at $150 a foot. The other ones are even cheaper. So if you're thinking of moving to Austin, but you're trying to keep your costs down, you're trying to make sure that you make a good investment, and you're trying to get the best deal you possibly can, you're gonna wanna watch the rest of this video. Let's go take a look at all of them. All right, guys, so the way I'm going to start this video out, I introduced you to that house out there in Bastrop, which is right here on this map. But I'm going to kind of show you where these new construction homes are going in, and just reiterate, the reason I'm focusing on this right now in terms of bang for your buck. You can find houses that are lower priced than these and lower price per square foot, but generally when you find a resale like that, either you're going to be so far out of the area that it's not even going to be in the realm of possibility for you to live there to actually commute into Austin, or they're going to be so run down you're going to spend another $150,000 renovating the house, and that doesn't do you any good. So that's the reason I'm focusing on these new builds. Now, with Austin in general, most of your new builds are going to be on the outside, and we've got a lot of new builds going on out here in Marble Falls, a little bit in Johnson City, Blanco and stuff. But notice that the houses that I'm going to show you are north, south, and to the east side. Okay, that's where you're going to get your biggest bang for the buck. Whenever you get on the west side of 35, that gets into the hill country, and that land gets quite a bit more expensive. And for home builders, they can control their costs on construction, but what they pay for their dirt is really what's going to make a house expensive or affordable. So what we're looking at is north, south, and east, nothing really on the west from a bang for your buck perspective. Now we're going to go all the way from Jarrow, which is the furthest removed from Austin, down south to Kyle Buda, San Marcos, and Lockhart. And then on the east side, Bastrop and Elkin are what we're going to be looking at. Now, just so you understand the area, okay, we've got downtown Austin right in here. Right here where it says Del Valle, this is where the Austin International Airport is. And so when I'm telling you about the location of these houses, I'm going to be referring to the distance to the airport and then the distance to downtown, because I don't know exactly where you're going to be commuting from or commuting to. So let's start out. We're going to talk about this house here on Largemouth that I was just saying in Bastrop, and that's the one you just saw me in front of. And guys, from a perspective of what's going into this house, it is not complete. These are rendering photos, but this is basically of a model home that this builder's got. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to show you 6 different houses here, and they are all from 2 builders, and only one of them is the second builder. So 5 of these are from Lennar Homes, and one of them is from D.R. Horton. Now, when you think of Lennar and D.R. Horton, again, you're going to find a little bit more of an entry-level price point, which again is going to give you that bang for your buck that we're talking about here. And realistically, these, especially Lennar, they're building these houses in multiple locations around Austin. They may only have 7 or 8 floor plans that are available in this size and this price range. And so they're going to build those in every possible community that they can. It's a lot cheaper for them. They can order materials a lot cheaper. The labor's a lot cheaper because they're building the same plan over and over and over and again. All of that goes into your bang for the buck. So as we go through there, this is in Bastrop. You can tell it's got a nice open concept. You got the kitchen over here, living area, dining. Really nice overall. This is upstairs. This is a game room upstairs. And this is, again, one of the largest houses we're going to see. This thing's almost 1,900 square feet. It is a 4-bed, 2-bath. So just from the perspective of what you're getting, you can't find a lot of 4-bedroom houses under $300,000, especially brand new. This is a floor plan that you can. Notice they're putting quartz countertops in. Not a lot of painted cabinets in these. Again, most of them are going to be stained because it's a little bit cheaper. Depending on the community, you're going to see gas or maybe electric for your stoves and things like that. Just kind of going through here pretty quick and let you know, hey, there's some pretty nice options in here. Okay, so that is in Bastrop, Texas, and I've got these other videos floating around, my favorite suburbs and things like that. Guys, go check out my YouTube channel. I think it's up over here. And if you're interested in Austin, I've got a lot of content out about what you're going to find in different parts of Austin. So that's Bastrop, Texas, and so you know that community out there is called Bastrop Grove, and it's about 35 minutes to the airport and about 45 minutes to downtown Austin. Now, all the times I'm going to give you are obviously going to shift a little bit with the time of day and whether or not you've got traffic and stuff like that, but about 35 minutes to the airport, about 45 minutes to downtown from the Grove there. Okay, popping back out into our map, let's go ahead and stay on the south side of town while we're here. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. We're gonna head out to Lockhart. Okay, and out here in Lockhart, this is that Half Moon listing. Now, this is, as I'm flipping through my notes here, guys, I can't read everything and do it at the same time. But as we're going here on Half Moon, this is another Lennar home. Now, the thing that makes this one a little bit more interesting, it is smaller at 1,550 square feet, but this is a single floor home, single story home. So generally speaking, single story is going to be a little bit more expensive. But again, we're listed in here at around $230,000 and at about $147 a square foot. That is, guys, in this economy, in this market, having available inventory under $150 a square foot in Austin, I don't know if you realize that's a big deal. And again, the whole point of this is to let you know you don't have to spend a ton of money coming into Austin. You can buy a nice little starter home, and then as you're here for a while, if the economy turns around like some people are saying it's going to, if we actually see price drops, guys, I'm not the one saying that, but some people are. If we see price drops, you can always take one of these houses, turn it into an investment property, put renters in it, and then move up and buy a bigger one or a more expensive one if that's what you want to do. So you don't have to come in here and have that necessarily that perfect house right away. You can come in and get situated, especially with 7.5% and 8% interest rates. You can get situated, you can get started on your job and get started with your life here, and then transition this current house into a rental property, and then, you know, become a move-up buyer down the road. But same thing here, guys. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath. These are representations. This is not the actual house because it's under construction still. Okay, but you can see nice open concepts, 8-foot sidewalls. You're not going to have huge ceilings in these, but again, starter home, right? Nice kitchen. You're going to have quartz countertops. This one is going to have painted cabinets, so that's a nice upgrade for a high bang for your buck house. Whenever you see painted cabinets, again, that is an upgrade. You're going to see a lot of luxury vinyl plank, and they call it luxury vinyl plank flooring. It's vinyl flooring. It looks like wood flooring. They've got all different colors and styles and shapes. It's everywhere at this point. I personally really like it. It's really durable. And you can tell, okay, this is the master bedroom. It's not going to be huge. This is a king-size bed that they're depicting in here. So it's not a massive house, but again, 1,550 square feet. You didn't expect that. And for $230,000, you're not going to expect that either. But that is Lockhart, Texas. Had to go down and check it out. Guys, Lockhart is going to be from the airport, again, about 30 minutes. It's just right up 130, and if you jump on the toll road, it's going to be even faster, and about 40 to 45 minutes from downtown Austin. Lockhart is a great little community, growing fast. If you've heard about Texas barbecue, Lockhart kind of has a stranglehold like on the home of Texas barbecue. You got Blacks and Smitty's. You got two different Blacks actually. Chisholm Trail, which has changed a little bit. Kreitz, things like that. Lockhart's a pretty cool place. Really small town, great little small town feel with the courthouse down there. But anyway, worth checking out. It's very commutable to Austin. All right, let's pop up here. This looks like it's in the middle of nowhere between San Marcos and Lockhart. Guys, this little community in here is called, or actually this is technically San Marcos. It's in Euland, which is where we're going to see this next house. But by address, it's in San Marcos. This photo should look familiar, right? It looks just like the one in Bastrop and Largemouth. Again, this is another Lennar home, and this is what you're going to see, the same floor plan over and over. Now, the finish out on the inside is going to be different from house to house. The exterior elevations are going to be a little bit different, but the floor plans are the same. And again, 1,880 square feet, 4-bed, 2-bath, $141 a square foot. So it's even cheaper. Again, San Marcos land is a little bit cheaper than Bastrop is. So you see a little bit cheaper house here. Again, under $275,000 for a 1,900 square foot 4-bedroom home. And we can go through on these again. It's going to be the exact same photos, so I don't need to waste your time on this. But again, if you're looking for that bang for your buck home, it's going to be a little bit smaller home. It's going to be produced by either Lennar, D.R. Horton, potentially KB, but their prices have gone up a little bit. One of those builders is what you're going to be finding here. Okay, again, that is in San Marcos, Texas, where when we look at this overall map, okay, we are south of Austin. That's probably the further, yeah, well, no, you know what, Gerald is going to be a little bit further out, but down here, you're about 40 to 45 minutes away from the airport. Okay, you're about 55 minutes from downtown, somewhere in that range, between 50 minutes and an hour from downtown out here in San Marcos. Now, San Marcos, great place for outdoor stuff. You got the San Marcos River that comes through here. If you like to kayak and fish and paddleboard or just swim, it's like Barton Springs. It's 72 degrees, the water coming out of the spring, and the spring is right here on the west side of San Marcos, and it just runs right here through the south part of town. You've got Texas State, which is becoming a major university in San Marcos now. You've got a lot of hiking and things like that, and for a price point, San Marcos is a great price point community. Again, completely commutable to downtown. You can get to downtown Austin in less than an hour, and with a lot of people coming from out of town, that's a reasonable commute. Most people that I'm talking, they're like, if I can get an hour to an hour and a half, I'm happy. Well, San Marcos is in that wheelhouse. New Braunfels is a little bit further south, and it's closer to San Antonio down here. Price point is a lot higher in New Braunfels, so actually being between New Braunfels and Austin with a lower price point is really nice. Then you've got some other great day trips from San Marcos. Lockhart, like I said, with all the barbecue and stuff, is right there. Wimberley's a great little day trip town right here. Canyon Lake, you've got a lake out here. You can, get on your, if you've got a boat, with inner tubes and wakeboarding and all of that stuff, you're there. And then obviously everything on the west side with Fredericksburg, Johnson City, Blanco, all the wineries, all of that's easily accessible there from San Marcos. All right, so we're going to go up just a little bit further north from San Marcos. Notice we're going 267.9 up to 334, but let's take a look at what Frogmore's got for us. All right, Frogmore, guys, this is that D.R. Horton community. So this is the only one that's a D.R. Horton home. But again, we're at $144 a square foot. This is the biggest house. If you need a large house, you got kids, you just need room to spread the heck out, almost 2,500 square feet, 4-bed, 3 full baths. And as we go through, again, you can take a look at the floor plan here. You're usually going to have at least 1 bedroom down. It could be a guest bedroom. You've got a bath right here. The master and the other ones are up. This would be considered technically your master or your primary suite here at the top. And there is a game room here. Huge walk-in closet on this house, by the way. D.R. Horton's got all this smart technology. That's another reason. Okay, new builds, you're going to get bang for your buck. You're going to get, smart code locks. You can open the lock from your phone. You can control the thermostat from your phone. You've got cameras and Amazon Echoes and all that other stuff is going to be included with these houses, in addition to all the warranties that I talked about at the beginning. Okay, and again, not the actual house, but representative, and should just tell you, you're going to get that colonial 6-panel door. You're going to get carpet in the bathrooms. You're going to get luxury vinyl plank in the areas that have traffic. You're going to get carpet up the steps. As we're going through, typically white tile in the secondary bathrooms. Let's get over here to the kitchen. Now, DR is still putting granite countertops in. Sometimes if you catch it early enough, you can upgrade to quartz if you want, but they're going to have top, set-in sinks, not undermount sinks. Again, we're working on price points here. We're not working on luxury and all the glitz and glam. So again, there's going to be some give and take there, right? And then, keep in mind, this is that other one that is in Euland. Euland is just an old country community. And like I said, this one technically is in Euland too, but it's just San Marcos postcode. But Kyle, which is, Kyle and Buda are also suburbs that are growing very quickly, and they're growing east very quickly. Again, the land is cheaper to the east. That's where we're seeing a lot more of our community growth going. And Kyle, I mean, within probably a mile of this, we're starting to see commercial come in, offices, businesses, stuff like that. So Kyle and Buda are growing very quickly to the east out here towards Lockhart. Lockhart is growing to the northwest. So all of this in the next 10 years, this is all going to be housing developments down here. So that is Euland. And again, guys, we're a little bit closer, about 35 minutes to the airport from Euland, about 45 minutes to downtown. Again, you kind of do have some back roads in here, but you can jump across to 130 or over to 35 and you can get places pretty quickly. So that's everything on the south side of town. Now let's go take a look over here in Elgin. I'm a Texas guy. I talk about Lockhart barbecue. Elgin is known for barbecue, but it's barbecue sausage. Elgin sausage used to be a thing. It's fine. If you want to get you some Texas sausage, go to Elgin. It's pretty good. But Elgin now is kind of in that part of Austin that's starting to grow up really fast. And again, this house should look familiar. This is another one of those Lennar homes, 1,880 square feet, 4-bed, 2-bath. This one here is priced right about the same as that one in San Marcos, about $143 a foot. And again, I don't have to take you through all of this. Oh, this one actually does have a floor plan, so let's talk about it. You do have an owner's suite on the bottom floor, but here's one thing to notice on this. There is not a garage here, guys, and the owner's bath is the downstairs bathroom. Okay, so you don't have that owner's suite. Again, there's some things you're going to give up, when you're getting price points like this, but you do have the nice kitchen, dining room, family room, open area. Utility room is downstairs, so that makes it nice and convenient. You're also going to have a back door, and just because these don't have a garage doesn't mean you're going to be parking in the street. These all have parking pads, usually to the rear of the house, where you can at least get your cars out of the street, out of the alleys. Kids can still ride their bikes up and down, and you've got all that room. So you are going to have off-street parking on these. You're just not going to have a covered garage. And a lot of people are going to ask, no, you typically can't put up a garage over your parking pad. They're not engineered pads, and the homeowners association usually is not going to allow that. Now, as the builders, when a new home community is being built, the builder has control of the HOA rules. As I think 70 to 80% of the neighborhood is built out, then the neighborhood can take over ownership of that HOA. And if the neighborhood at that point would like to say, hey, if you want to put up a garage on your parking pad, you can do it. Once they've got control of the HOA and the neighbors are the ones that are voting on that stuff, that can happen. But while the builder's in there, they're not going to allow you to put a structure up on those parking pads. All right, upstairs is laid out like this. This is that big loft game area. That's a pretty good size area, guys. That's almost 250 square feet. And then you've got 3 bedrooms here, and they share a bathroom. So again, the expensive things in houses are kitchens and bathrooms and things like that, because that's where you have, toilets and appliances and backsplash and cabinetry and all that other stuff. So when you're getting bang for your buck, the builders are trying to cut down on costs. Sometimes you're only going to get 2 full bathrooms. And again, downstairs, the owners are going to share a bathroom. And notice there's only 1 sink in here. It's not, the big vanity and things like that. So you are going to give some stuff up. I keep talking about that. But again, you're buying a house in one of the, sorry about that. You're buying a house in an amazing housing market, even though, things are a little slow right now. You're buying a house in an area that's growing and that prices are going to continue to go up over time for under $300,000 brand new houses. I mean, we know what we're getting at this point. We can confidently say that. All right, and let me see. Nope, exact same pictures there. So let's pop back out and I'll talk a little bit, about Elgin here. So now that you're on kind of this east side, northeast side of town, you're going to be able to get down to the airport in about 35 minutes and also downtown Austin about 35 minutes. So we're getting towards about equal time downtown and to the airport. Again, really easy to commute. And once you start getting on the north side of Austin, guys, keep in mind up here, this little community right here that doesn't have a name until I zoom in is Taylor. This is where the new Samsung plant is getting built. So very easy commute up to Samsung. The Tesla plant is right down here about where the N is on Hornsby Bend. So really easy commute down to Tesla also. And then you get up in this area over here, Jollyville, Round Rock, Pflugerville. This is technically considered Tech Ridge, so that's where you're going to see Apple, Oracle, things like that. So again, you're on the same side of town when you start getting up here as a lot of the tech companies, and you're quick. This 130 right here is a toll road, a bypass, so traffic usually moves pretty quickly down to Tesla, and that's why Elon picked that location, because it's close to the airport. You can get to the north side of town quick. You can get all the way to San Antonio quickly. So that's why that location was picked. And in saying that, when you start moving up here to Elgin, Hutto, Taylor, Georgetown, you've got access to a lot more of the tech companies that are coming to Austin. Now, there's a Southwest Tech corridor over here, kind of between where it says Sunset Valley and Bee Cave over here. Again, great tech corridor, a little bit different companies. And when you're trying to get in there from Elgin and Bastrop, it is a little bit further. You're looking at 45 minutes to an hour to get over here. But if you're working at the ones on the north or the east side, you've got easy accessibility to them. All right, so that is Elgin. And then, y'all, we're going to wrap up here in Gerald, Texas. Now, if you would have told me 5 years ago that I would be talking to people about new homes being constructed in Gerald, I would have laughed at you. Just because it's a little bit removed. Let me back up. You can tell Gerald is up here on the way to Waco. Chip and Joanna Gaines, if you pay attention to them, I really don't, but a lot of people do. Temple and Belton, this area is really growing quickly. There's a lot of new home construction up here. And here, Killeen, this is where Fort Hood is. So this is a big military base up here. There's a lot of I say Army, it is Army, but there's a lot of military and retired military up in this area. Got great hospitals up here in the Temple and Belton area. So this area is growing quickly. So really, Gerald is kind of between Austin and that area. It was just kind of next in the line of things that are being developed. You've got great little places to visit out here. Salato's a really cool day trip town. You got Lake Belton, Lake Buchanan's out here. Lake Georgetown is right here. Notice there's lakes all around you up here. There's a lot of water in this area, a lot of outdoor stuff to do. There's also at least 3 or 4 good breweries that I know about up in this area. So just because 5 years ago I didn't think Gerald was going to be a thing, that doesn't mean it's not a thing, because it is. And here we go again. You know the elevation, right? And this is a little bit cheaper now up here, because what did I say? As you get out away from Austin, that land gets cheaper and the builders can drop those prices. So check it out. This is the biggest bang for your buck. $133.58 a square foot. And again, this is almost a 1,900 square foot house, 4 bed, 2 bath. $133.58 a foot. Guys, that's $250,000 for a brand new house within commuting distance to downtown Austin. Okay, commuting distance is a little bit tough there. You're probably about 50 to 55 minutes to the airport, and the same 50 to 55 minutes to downtown. But again, you're within an hour. A lot of people that are coming here, they're okay with that. We're good with an hour. And again, this could be a starter home for the community. It doesn't have to be your permanent Austin home. And I want to point out again, Georgetown, there's several universities up here. There's a lot of medical schools up here. There are large hospitals up here in Georgetown. This area on 29 between Georgetown and Liberty Hill is growing so fast. A lot of businesses, a lot of commercial space. It is huge, exploding right now. I mentioned Tech Ridge here. I mentioned Samsung right over here. All of this stuff is easily commutable from Gerald. To come down and get out to Samsung, you're probably looking at about 35 minutes from Gerald. Not a bad commute at all. So there you go, guys. That is bang for your buck. Where can you go in Austin, Texas, and basically buy an affordable house with 8% interest rates. And guys, if this is the kind of content that you're looking for, if you're looking for somebody that has this knowledge and things like that, reach out to me. It doesn't matter if you're moving here in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months. Get a start on it now. Start identifying the locations where you want to live, because this new home construction is moving pretty quickly right now. They're offering huge incentives. I've mentioned it before. They're buying down interest rates. They're doing all this stuff to try to sell their houses. So start planning now. Locate that area. And if you're out of country, if you're out of state, out of town, and you need me to get eyes on a house, get feet on the ground in the community, tell me. That's what I'm here for. Just give me a call or set up a Zoom meeting with me, shoot me a text. It doesn't matter. Just get in contact with me, and I'm more than happy to go out and find out, okay, what stage is the house in? When's it going to be complete? Shoot video for you and everything else. This is what I do, and I absolutely love it. All right, guys, be on the lookout for a lot more videos from me in the near future. We'll talk soon.